Jerry Nerd.
Alright, what's going on, my people, and welcome back to the Sn95 Power channel. So in the pursuit of making this car as efficient as possible, I'm very close to getting the AC system hooked back up. Right now, the cooling system has a stock radiator, and I'm trying to see how far I can take the stock radiator. So I've had this car out. It's been cooling, it's been regulating the way it should. You know, I have my fan temperature set to 196. It comes on, and honestly, if I've been out driving and I'm sitting in traffic, it will not pull down to 186. That's my set point. So it hit 196, and it kind of hover around there. It might drop a degree or two, but it will not pull the temperature all the way down to my fan cutoff set point, which is 186. As I'm moving, everything's fine. The car will get to like 184 degrees. So that might be a little bit too cool. I have to look at my fueling, but I think it'll be all right. So in order to get the car to cool off better with this stock radiator, I'm going to change things up a bit. Now, I sent the cold case out to get cleaned and pressure test, so hopefully I have that back at some point in time. But if I don't need that, I'm not going to put it back in. So if I can have stock radiator cool this turbo car down with air conditioning, with all these accessories, I'm going to just rock the stock radiator. So let me show you the new setup that I'm going with. All right, so this is just a tried and true contour fan. I'm debating if I'm gonna, my thought was to just have one on low speed and one on high speed, just to reduce the current draw on the system, but I'm just gonna send it. I'm gonna go ahead, I have this wired up for these to run high speed all the time whenever the constant control relay triggers this. So I know what y'all saying. Let's see it flow. So let's get a little demo going. I already have everything on the positive side hooked up. So here's the thing, I do not think these fans have more CFM than the Mark 8 fan. But here's the thing, these two fans cover more surface area of the radiator. So I think with more surface area covered, the better cooling it will have. I know once you trim all this up, you know, this fan shroud pretty much covers up that whole heat exchanger. So that's why I think this setup will be more efficient than the old one. So I'm not going to go through the full installation of removing the old one, installing this one. You guys see me wire up the old stuff. There's like 9 million contour install fans. But what I do want to do is have this installed with the AC system charge and test it out with you guys. So I'm gonna snap my finger. I can't snap my finger in these gloves, but let's just cut to me driving the car. All right, let's go test out this new setup. Now it's hot out here today. It's like 90 degrees. So I'm not really worried about it cruising like this. It's really the temperature and take that back. Yeah, we was coming down to the 180 something, but that was a lot cooler day. Now there we go, 188, 186. So that's all good. But this is the real test for me. Sitting at stoplights, crawling through traffic. What are these little what are these little fans gonna do? Is it gonna move enough air to keep this temperature down with the stock fan, or am I gonna have to go to a bigger fan? So my theory was more surface area, better cooling.
Sounds good, brother.
Oh, thanks a lot, man.
I love it. What year is that?
95.
Nice.
It's always good to get feedback. He thought it sounded good right there. Let's hit him with this switch. Never mind the smoke. I really don't think this contour fan is enough with the stock radiator. Now don't get me wrong, so far it looks like it's holding at the stoplight, which is all I need. I just don't need the temperature to rise. As long as it holds, then that's fine. You know, as we cruise, of course the temperature is going to come down. So I got good airflow through the front of the radiator. See, it's down to like 186 right now. So another thing I want to keep track of is my alternator voltage. Airflow in front of the radiator where I don't have to worry about it going up much. But I forget the setting for my fans to kick off. I think I got it up to like 40 miles per hour. My dad had a Mark V. 75? That's nice. 76? It's beautiful. Alright, I guess I'm gonna just sit and mimic like I'm stuck in traffic and just see how high this temperature goes. Let's just sit here and see how high she's gonna get. she's supposed to cut off at 196. So we'll stop right here and pick it up when I get ready to move. All right, it's starting to go up, so that just tells me on a real hot day like this, stop. And again, as I'm moving, it's fine. The problem is coming to a stop and sitting in traffic. Now, mind you, there are certain situations like going to a car show, you know, there's a line to get in. You know, you might be idle or moving slow for, gosh, 10 minutes or more. And if that's the case with this car, it'll be a problem. But regular driving like this, in most cases, it would not be a problem, because as soon as I start moving, the temperature is going to start going down. But that's with the AC off. There's no extra heat load on this car. So I'm pretty sure if I was to put an extra heat load on this car, those little contour fans sitting in traffic for a long time would not be able to, the contour fans with this radiator would not be able to remove enough heat. So I'm not going to call this a flop, but I'm going to put it like a little asterisk by this. Is this on a hot day like this, my cooling system would not be able to handle this. The radiator is just not up to snuff. Like that big inrush of air, despite the amount of heat that the turbo and the handles are pulling off, actually helped the car cool down rapidly. So the good thing is I took this cold case radiator out to Mr. Radiator in Mokina. He pressure tested it, he flowed it. He was very impressed by that radiator, the 1-inch tubes that radiator has. On top of a couple of cores. He spoke highly about the radiator. He said it flows great. So I'm gonna pick that up Saturday. I'll just end up throwing that in. I'll keep these contour fans. I really like the contour fans because it gives me a lot of clearance between the water pump and the radiator and the fans. But like I say, the car is cooling down fine right now because I'm moving, and that's how your car should act. But if I was to sit still without any airflow, the car would eventually run too hot. And I'm not doing any full throttle pulls yet. I'm not doing any full throttle pulls until I put the other tires on. So like right now, the temperature dropped down to 180 something. been doing, I haven't been going full load on this car. But these pulls, I mean, it's stressing it, it's heat. And it keeps going right back down. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Like this smoke, this James Bond smoke screen that this car is putting out, starting to get embarrassing. All right, we're gonna take this back home. I guess the closing thoughts will be, car's doing what it should do right now. It feels good. I've got to put the drag radials back on before I do some wide open throttle pulls. It's at the edge of stability right now. So any of y'all with power adders, with using a stock radiator, if you've been successful with that, and I know there are some people who have, but specifically if you're turbocharged with a stock radiator, chime in and let me know. I've got like, I don't know what percentage of water to antifreeze I have in here, but I've been trying to put more water. I've been using like the super cooler stuff. I believe all that stuff is helping, but I just honestly think once I get the air conditioning going, and if I'm just sitting in heavy traffic, this car will get pretty hot. And these puffy smoke clouds are getting on my nerves. All right, so we're taking our victory lap back to the crib. So we got Bourbonnais coming up Sunday. We got Lancer Cruise Night coming up Sunday. And we got Dukes and Mokina coming up Saturday. No, Lancer Cruise Night Saturday, Dukes Saturday, Bourbonnais Sunday. So a lot of content coming for y'all. So if you want to be up to speed when that drops, hit the bell notification. Tell a couple of people about the channel. Until next time, God bless.